Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please, if you are not a subscriber yet on this channel, please kindly do that now. Thank you so much. The last update about Twist of Faith was how Rambo saved Prachi from the talks, and at the end of the day, Rambo was thinking of Prachi while sleeping with Aryan, and Abhi and Purab were talking about Pragya and their other daughter in Abhi's room. And if you are yet to watch that, it will be up in the card and it will be in the description box below. Let's continue from there. Purab and Abhi were still talking, and Purab told Abhi that if Abhi and Pragya were still together, then their daughters would have been together now, and Abhi would have spent quality time with Pragya. And Abhi says that Pragya had time for everyone, but she doesn't have time for him. And a flashback was shown where Abhi asked Pragya to come to the room because he wants to spend some quality time with her. In the flashback, Pragya says that she knows what is going on in Abhi's mind, and Abhi says that it is going on everywhere, and he asks her to tell him what is in his mind. And Pragya asks him not to trouble her because she has to teach Mitali how to make white butter, and Pragya asks Abhi to go, and she tries to push him out, and Mitali comes there. Abhi tells Mitali that Pragya is pushing her brother-in-law and says that Pragya is such a bad daughter-in-law, and Mitali says that Pragya is bad for pushing Abhi. And Disha comes there, and Abhi told her that he told Pragya to come to the room and spend quality time with him, but she is thinking something else. Mitali says what, and Mitali later understands, and she politely scolds Abhi, and she takes Pragya away to make the white butter, and Disha asks Abhi to lift Pragya and take her to the room, and she would handle the kitchen, and Abhi says okay, and he lifts Pragya and take her to the room, and Disha laughs. Then the flashback ends. Abhi tells Purab that Pragya never had time for him, even though he used to make efforts to spend time with her, and sometimes with love and sometimes with fight. And Purab tries to console Abhi, and Rhea comes there and take Purab with her to give some medicine to Aliyah. In Sarita's house, Shahana comes to the kitchen and asks Rishi what he is doing in the kitchen at this time, and she saw the handkerchief with Rishi, and she tells him that it is her handkerchief, and she asks Rishi not to steal anything in the house, and Rishi said that Shahana is very cute, and Shahana says that Rishi should stop being friendly with her, and she asks him to just be a guest. Rishi said that he doesn't use girl stuff and he is going to his room, and Shahana tells him that there is a ghost in the room and the ghost only troubles guys, and the ghost doesn't trouble she and Prachi because they are brave. And Pragya comes there and asks that what is happening, and Rishi told Pragya that Shahana was telling him that there is a ghost in his room. Pragya says that she knows why Shahana said that, and Shahana gets upset and goes. And Pragya appreciates Rishi and says that he is good, because if it was supposed to be some other guy in Rishi's place, then he would have fought with Shahana. Rambo was flirting with the receptionist and he asks about her boyfriend, but the receptionist says that she had a boyfriend before, but she doesn't have now. Rambo sees Purab coming and he asks him to give him half day off because he needs to go for football practice, and Purab says that there is a sudden work pressure, and he asks Rambo to call his dad and Prachi because Vikram has accepted some event and they have to make the arrangement soon, and Rambo calls Vikram on the phone. Purab comes to Abhi and Abhi asks that why can't Pragya come and tell him if someone has come into her life just like the last time that King Sin came into her life, and Purab says that it is not like that and he will talk to Pragya, and Rambo comes there and says that his dad would not come today, and Purab says that he went to Mumbai for a conference. Abhi says that Vikram wants to make Rambo do a lot of hard work, and Rambo asks that how will he do all those works, and Abhi says that he would undo everything, and he asks Rambo to send all the internship participants to him and he would call Meera for help. Priyanka talks to Dimpy and Shaina while driving the car and tells them that she wants to be like Rhea, but she is not like her yet. And Shaina asks her to buy her lenses from the shop nearby. And Dimpy asks her to be very careful because pickpocketers might be here. And Priyanka gets down from the car and thinks that it is very crowded here. And she suddenly collides with Sarita and she made her fall. Priyanka then asks Sarita if she cannot see and she wanted to walk away, and Sarita says that it was Priyanka that collided with her and made her fall down, and now she is scolding her again. Priyanka got angry and called Sarita old lady, and she misbehaves with her, and Sarita also gets angry and started scolding Priyanka. Pragya comes there and asks that what is going on, and Priyanka says that Pragya should have kept Sarita tied at home, and Pragya says that how can Priyanka say that to Sarita, and Priyanka asks if Pragya is an inspector to ask her that question, and Pragya says that she is not an inspector, but she can call an inspector to come right here. Pragya tells Priyanka that she is wrong for misbehaving with Sarita, and now Sarita has muddy water on her sari, and that means that it was Priyanka that made her fall. And Pragya asks Priyanka to apologize to Sarita, but Priyanka refused to apologize, and Pragya says that does Priyanka think that they are lower than her, and Sarita says that she would call the police for Priyanka. Priyanka thinks that if the police comes here, then the police would not listen to her, and she finally said sorry to Sarita, and Sarita asks her to put her vegetables in her bag, and Pragya says that it is okay, and Priyanka goes back to sit in her car. Sarita says that girl, Priyanka, is like Shahana, but it's just that Shahana has a good heart unlike this girl. Dimpy asks Priyanka if everything is alright, and Priyanka says that she met an old lady who left her mind at home, and she says that if she again meets the old lady, then she would not let her go freely, and Priyanka says that she would drop Shaina and Dimpy and she would go to the office from there. Prachi comes to the conference room and sits beside Rishi, and she talks to him, and Rambo comes there and sees Prachi and Rishi talking to each other, and he says that he is a boss and he would be the one to introduce everyone, and Prachi thinks that Rambo always look for a chance to call himself the boss. Abhi and Purab comes there, and Abhi says that everyone have the chance to prepare for the event, and he tells them that it is a fashion show in Rhea's college, and Prachi thinks that she is also a participant in the show, so she would have to manage participating in the show and also representing the company. Abhi says that Ranbir will be the head of the event, and he asks everyone to do their work, and Ranbir asks that how will he do everything alone, and Abhi says that everyone will be with him, and he asks Prachi to be with Ranbir, and he goes. Priyanka comes there and asks an intern about the meeting, and the intern says that she will tell her everything, and Priyanka asks Rishi if he missed her when she was not here, and Rishi nods his head that yes. Priyanka was happy, thinking that Rishi truly missed her. Later, Sarita calls Rishi and tells him that a rich girl collided with her and called her an old lady. And Rishi says that who was she to call a sweet granny an old lady? And Sarita says that the girl couldn't see her cuteness, but just saw her age, and thankfully, Pragya was with her. But because Pragya is a mother Indian and she likes doing too much good, she allowed the girl to go without getting punished. Shahana hears what Sarita was saying, and she asks Sarita that who was that girl, and she really wants to see the girl and teach her a lesson. And Sarita says that Shahana is very understanding, and she says that she would tell Shahana everything about the girl's appearance, and she asks Shahana to go and catch the girl and bring the girl to her, and she would give Shahana everything she asks for after that, and Shahana says done. Abhi, Purab, Rambo and Prachi were coming back from the office, and Abhi and Purab asked Joey to get the coffee for them, and Rambo asked her to get a cup of coffee for him also, and Abhi asked Prachi to get the invitation card samples and select the best one, and Prachi says okay. Joey comes and says that the coffee machine is not working, so she ordered coffee from outside, and Prachi asks if they can all go out and have coffee at a coffee store. Rambo says that so much time will be wasted, and Prachi said that they would go out to a local coffee shop and drink it, and Prachi asks Abhi to think about the taste, and she asks him if he has ever drank a stall coffee before, and Abhi says that he has drank it before and he likes it, and Purab asks that when did Abhi ever go out to drink coffee at a coffee shop. Abhi then flashed back to when him and Pragya were in the car, and Abhi asks if he can play music, and Pragya says no and shows her hand to stop, and she tries to talk to him, but Abhi asks her to respect him, and Pragya says that they should have waited for more time because grandma must be feeling bad now. Abhi called Pragya Chashmish and says that she did not let him have coffee and he wants to spend some time with her, and Pragya says that grandma came just yesterday, and Abhi says that grandma will be with them, but Pragya did not let him have coffee, and Pragya asks him to stop the car and says that she would make him drink the world's best coffee, and she takes him to the local coffee shop and orders 2 coffee. Abhi says that only 1 coffee will do, and he asks her to look at his standard and says that he is in the 10th standard and she is asking him to be in the 1st standard, and Pragya asks him to drink the coffee once and says that he would come again and again and again because this shop guy made the coffee in front of the buyer and the ingredients are also fresh. Abhi says that Pragya is saying this as if she knows, and Pragya takes a sip and she says that it is the world's best coffee, but Abhi doesn't want to drink. But Abhi later takes the coffee that Pragya sipped and he sipped from it, and he says that it is truly the world's best coffee, and he asks Pragya to drink fast or else people would see them that they are having lip-to-lip moments, and Pragya feels shy and drinks it. Abhi kissed Pragya surprisingly in front of the people, and the flashback ends. And Abhi told Purab that he has ever drank a shop coffee before, and he asked Rambo if he has ever drank a shop coffee before, and Rambo says that many times. And Abhi asked Rambo and Prachi to go and enjoy coffee, and he asked Purab to go as well, and he thinks that he will not drink shop coffee without Pragya. Meera and Mitali clean the room for Abhi's intent so that they can work and rest. And Meera says that this room is being cleaned after many days. And Mitali asks her to eat food, but Meera says that she would only eat after Rhea comes back. And Mitali says that Meera's life revolves around Rhea. And Meera says yes, and Mitali asks her to feel proud and asks if she always feels bad whenever Rhea does something wrong with Prachi. Meera said yes and said that she was worried when that cliff incident happened at the camp. And Mitali says that Meera is very possessive about Abhi as well. And Meera says yes, but a bit. And Mitali says that she knows that it is not a bit, but very much. And Mitali asks Meera to handle Rhea well and make her understand, because if Rhea's twin sister comes back, then Rhea might not be able to cope. Mitali says that Rhea cannot share Abhi's love with anyone, but this would not happen by the time her twin sister is back. And Mitali asks Meera to prepare Rhea for the future. And Meera thinks that it is true that Rhea may not be able to share her dad's love with her twin sister, and that would really be difficult to handle. Prachi and Juhi takes the coffee from the coffee shop, and Prachi comes to Rambo, and Purab and Rambo get down from the car and takes the coffee from Juhi's hand, and Prachi asks Purab to drink the coffee, and Purab says that he has had it many times, and Rambo takes the coffee from Juhi's hand and makes the coffee fall down, and he says that it was an accident. Prachi says that it seems that the coffee doesn't like Rambo, and Rambo says that he doesn't like the coffee given to him by a girl, and Prachi asks Rambo to drink the coffee because he was saying it in front of Mr. Meera that he likes the store coffee, but now he doesn't want to drink it. Purab gets a message and tells Rambo that he has a meeting, so he has to go. Rambo says that he would also come with Purab, but Purab asks Juhi to follow him, and he asks Rambo to finish the coffee and come later. And Prachi comes to Rambo and gives him the coffee, but Rambo says that he doesn't like it. And Prachi says that how can Rambo say that he doesn't like the coffee when he has not even tasted it, and it is until someone gets drenched in water that is when you will know if you will enjoy it or not. Prachi says that one day, Rambo would remember this coffee, and she asks him to drink it, and Rambo looks at her and drinks the coffee, and later, Rambo goes to the coffee cellar and keeps the empty glasses and the money there, and he continues to look at Prachi. At the office, Priyanka asks Rishi if he is leaving, and he says yes, because he doesn't know when the rain will start again. Priyanka then asks Rishi if he would drop her at home, but Rishi says no, and they might have studied in the same college, but here is their place of work, and Priyanka says that they know each other, and she asks that why is Rishi doing this, and Rishi asks her not to be friendly with him, and Priyanka asks him to give her this as a gift, thinking about her as a stranger. In Disha's house, Disha tells Ritik that she has talked to Veronica, and Ritik asks that why did Disha talk to Veronica, and Disha says that she talked to Veronica to ask for Ritik's wallet, and Ritik says that he will do Disha's work and clean her room and dining table, and Disha asks him to go home and handle his life, and the doorbell rings and Veronica comes in. Disha says hi to Veronica, and Ritik gets tensed and looks at Veronica, and Veronica returns Ritik's wallet and says that so he is here, and Disha asks her to come inside, but Veronica moved back and told Disha that her advice for Disha is that she should stay away from Ritik, because if Disha asks Ritik to marry her, then he would leave her as well, and Disha was shocked, and she told Veronica that she and Ritik are just friends. Rishi drops Priyanka at home and asks if she has to ask her for lift, and he would offer her lift. And Priyanka says that she likes his protective nature and says that his thinking is of the middle class, but it is okay. And she asks him that with whom does he stays, and Rishi says that he stays with his granny, and his granny told him today that she had a fight with someone, and Priyanka asked that with whom, but Rishi asks her not to worry because it is a long story, and Abhi comes there in his car. Priyanka introduced Abhi to Rishi and says that Rishi is her college friend and an intern in their company, and he was a topper in the college like Abhi is as a rock star. And Abhi asks Rishi to go because the rain might start soon, and Rishi goes. Abhi asks Priyanka if she likes Rishi because she seems to be very excited while talking to him, and Priyanka lies that Rishi insisted to give her lift, so she agreed and says that she likes him just as a friend, and Abhi thinks that Rishi might like Priyanka, and he thinks to check Rishi's background and know the kind of person he is before Priyanka falls in love with him. All right, thank you so much for watching. I thought I was ahead Z Word earlier, but I can now see this morning that I had the opportunity to watch Z Word that I was not ahead of them. So the next update will be like 4 to 5 episodes ahead Z Word. Thank you for your understanding and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next update. Bye guys.